Hello and welcome to Scribes and Songsters. I'm Veronique Mandel. Leamington singer-songwriter William Hawksworth is our guest today. William has been playing and writing music for the past 30 years. He provides an interesting history of his 3-decade musical career on his website, williamhawksworth.com, and it really is worth taking a look at. William has recently released a new album titled Chip Away at the Stone, and today we're going to chat with him and watch 2 music videos of his new songs. Welcome to Scribes and Songsters.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, delighted to. So tell us a little bit about William himself. You grew up in the Windsor area?
I grew up in Amherstburg.
In Amherstburg?
Yeah. I'm always heading back. My folks are still there, so yeah, I still consider it my hometown. So.
Yeah. Was it a busy time growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been into arts and things like that. Like I used to want to be an actual traditional artist because I grew up with my grandfather was a traditional artist, so it's always kind of like looking up to like, wow, look what he can do, you know. So it inspired me to start drawing and stuff like that. So
are you any good?
I'm not bad. No.
Yeah.
I turned it into a career in graphic design. So
wow.
Yeah. So it's not traditional, but it's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to be pretty artistic if you're in graphic design. I know my friends in graphic design are very talented, far beyond anything I could do. I understand you had a musical dad. Did he used to?
Yes. Yeah. My dad, he never got into writing or anything like that, but he always would play cover songs and things like that. Like when we used to camp all the time, he'd be playing around the campfire, and that had a big impression on me. Obviously, he's the reason why I picked up the guitar to learn, and he taught me how to do a few chords and get started. So
yeah, where did you camp?
Well, we have this, we have a trailer camp it's called Sugar Bush Campground. Oh, it's not too far away from the Pinery near Grand Bend area. Mm-hmm. And since I was 10 years old, we've been going up there. So.
Wow. There's something very special about singing around a campfire, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Especially when, you got family members singing along and everything else. Yeah. Especially when you're 10, 11 years old, that's very impressionable.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you only ever learn the guitar? Did you learn other instruments?
I mean, I know a little bit of piano, but guitar is my main instrument. Yeah.
And so were you always a vocalist? I mean, could you always sing? Or is that something
I didn't know if I could or not at first. Jog my memory back. When I finally was able to play my chords quick enough to make a song, I wrote a song. So I realized, okay, this is something that seems to be, it was just a natural thing. I didn't realize that it wasn't something that wasn't supposed to be easy. I mean, the songs weren't very good, but it was just a very natural direction for me to start just writing stuff. But I was involved in a couple of plays. There's this one, sorry, I'm kind of jumping back, but I was in this play, and I got this role, and the role didn't need to sing, so I was like, "Oh, good." but then no matter who you were in the production, they still had you train and everything else, and I learned some tricks on breathing and some ear training, and that's when I realized, wait, my voice actually isn't that bad. And I was told that I had good pitch, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is something I can do, and that's how it started.
Yeah, because if you've got good pitch, I mean. You really need good pitch.
Yeah.
So your first recording, like at what point or how did you get to thinking that you wanted to do a recording of music?
That's a good question. I knew I was passionate about it. Once I started writing some songs, I wrote this one song called Let the Games Begin. It was the first one that had a proper chorus, and I just remember every time I'd show it to friends and family, like, keep doing this. So that's what it gave me the charge to just keep doing it. So I knew I loved it.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I was reading a little bit about you, and I understand Gavin Booth had played some role in your...
Oh, yeah. Gavin had, through high school, I was actually, it's around the same time I was telling you about that when I was learning how to sing and doing that theater production. I knew of Gavin, but we didn't really know each other very well. But a friend of our mutual friend, Sonia Donatelli, she introduced us. And because he's like, you got to meet this guy. He does video stuff and all that. You do art, you do music, so, and then I ended up playing, jamming with his younger brother, Duncan, for a few years. And he was the drummer, and I was playing guitar, and then, just trying to figure out what a garage band was supposed to do, basically. So yeah. And Gavin was, he got me, to work with one of his friends named Ryan Fields. He had a 4-tracks recorder in his house, and we did my first demo, and it was because of Gavin.
Yeah, very talented filmmaker is Gavin.
Oh yeah, Gavin.
Yeah,
he's always been very talented.
Now, and you had a band called Urban Disciples.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
with my best friend Kevin Jarvis. We were like, we might as well have been brothers. That's how close we were. Right? Wow. So, and I taught him a couple of chords on guitar, and he just naturally just soared up, and yeah, it was interesting. Like, I was already doing a band when he said, "Hey man, maybe we should write together," and then we ended up building that band, which was challenging and fun all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot involved with different. Egos, people sort of wanting to go in different directions. There's always that sort of thing involved in a band, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like when we first started in that project, because we're such close friends, it didn't matter. Like, I was always easy on him. He was always easy on me because we were buddies, right? And we had a lot of fun in the beginning. But then, I mean, he had to work harder on his singing, and I used to be really hard on him about it. And so that clashed big time. And then he would, jab me in a subtle way about something else, but all that aside, though, the memories I have of that project are more good than bad. So.
Okay. So I want to talk a lot more about some of the stuff that you did throughout your career so far, but I really want to let our viewers see the Under a Blue Light, the video that you made. Let's take a look.
Laughing about our blue life. I know I cannot console you in a game of who's right or wrong. I only want us all to get along. And although you cannot control me, your grip is beyond belief. As a ghost from within comes alive. from within comes alive. Under a blue light, under a blue light. Under a blue light, under a blue light. Under a blue light, under a blue light.
And that was Under a Blue Light. And my guest is William Hawksworth, who wrote and produced that piece of music. What was it about?
Well, I didn't produce it, but I guess,
you wrote it.
yeah. It's very personal. Yeah, it was actually a dark time, and I just the chorus lyric is, I know I cannot console you in a game of who's right or wrong. I just want us to get along. And although you cannot control me, your grip is beyond belief, and a ghost from within comes alive. So it's my personal demons, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's relationships involved in the story in my mind. But yeah.
And I mean, quite lovely poetry, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So after you left Urban Disciple, what did you do?
Well, that would have been the first official band, and I learned a lot from that because, like, for me, once it goes beyond writing the music, even though I work in marketing for a living, I'm pretty shy that way. I like to keep to myself. Like, even just coming here today, my nerves are like crazy. So. But I ended up I was by myself for a couple years just writing, and I worked with a couple people during that time. But the next project, I ended up coming back to work with Kevin Jarvis in 8 Past 9, which, and at that point, both of us had a lot of time to kind of figure out our own stuff. Mm-hmm. And then when we got back together, I found that we were a stronger unit as a team. And then we found a couple, like Todd Kidd, Chuck Arsenault, those two guys, they knew each other. They grew up in Sudbury, and they used to be in a cover band together. So they were really closely knit. So when they joined, it just seemed to form really, really naturally. And then we had Kevin and our very good friend named Ken Money ended up joining on the drums. So it was like we had 3 really close friends and then 2 close friends come together. And it was good chemistry, good friendship. And we had a lot of fun in that project.
It becomes very powerful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
On many levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it just even with Chuck and Todd alone, like we ended up moving into a band called King Misfit after that. Now,
your voice is melodic, but in Misfit, you had to find a much rougher kind of deeper thing. Did you practice that?
Yeah. Well, when we would jam out ideas and be right, we wrote the songs together, which in previous projects, it was always, I'm the songwriter, Kevin was a songwriter, here's our songs. We put it together as a team. But this was from the beginning of the riff we would spend hours just jamming it out. But I would trying to sing that way though. It's like it took a long time to find my voice in that area.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of years before I'm like, yeah, okay, now I'm comfortable here. You know?
So what does really understanding music and being in a band and being a musician and a vocalist, how helpful is that when you want to put together a video? Because it's not like hiring someone to come in and do that. You understand the music. So mm-hmm. What's it like doing it when you know it so well?
Yeah. Okay. So I did a single called Light Shadow Transparency. I did a video for that, and it was hard. It was very, very hard to, because it was like couldn't see the forest through the trees, but I knew I want it to be a little bit more artistic, but I think when I look back at it now, it's a little more obscure. It's not really clear what I'm saying, maybe a little bit. I mean, you can read into it the way that it was filmed, but I mean, the first video that we did, I didn't have anything part of it. I prefer that. I prefer somebody else to do, a music video because I just feel like, audio is audio, but as soon as you put a visual to it, it really does change things. So when I'm being the person that created the lyric and created the melody, I don't want to film it because I'm going to change it for me.
Yes.
But if somebody else does it, it's okay for me. Do you know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
their art piece. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And obviously you were in it.
mhm.
Yeah. For a shy person, is that difficult?
No, it's usually around crowds where I have a problem. But it's for, it sounds contradictory because I'm like playing live and stuff like that. It's like I can like the guitar, the microphone, they're my protection.
Right.
So-
They're between you and the audience.
Yeah.
What led up to the more recent album, the one that you've just done, Chip Away at the Stone?
This album is a collection of songs over the 30 years. I don't think any of the songs are 30 years old, but there's actually the title track, Chip Away the Stone. I wrote the beginning of that in 2004 while I was working with a guy named Jamie Riem. And then I found it again later and I'm like, this really works, but it's totally different now. But the essence of it is still from then. But this is basically it. It was a long time coming. All these songs that are on there are stuff that I planned on being a solo album quite a long time ago. I was probably thinking about this in 2015, and it took 10 years to finally get it done. So,
Is it better, different, just different doing solo?
I really enjoy it because I don't have to worry. Like I can, if I'm happy, I can thumbs up, we're good. Because I worked at SLR Studios and Martin Bach, he's the guy that oversaw the production and the final mixes. But I worked with a couple of his engineers, and I really enjoyed that because they were musicians too. So I put down the song. I play like the instruments I would play was acoustic guitar, I had mandolin, and I would play some electric rhythms. But all these guys kept adding different things to it. On the song "Far Away Hideaway," Sebastian, the guy that was engineering it for me, he came up with the guitar solo at the end. And what I liked about it, it's like I didn't have to worry about having everybody in the band agree with the vision. I just had guys that were making sure that the sound was coming in perfectly and were creatively would just off the cuff with me, which I really, really enjoyed. Yeah. It was spontaneous. It was fun. I was already prepared on the song, so I didn't have to worry about that, So it was just one song at a time.
Okay, so speaking of Far Away Hideaway, let's watch it. Here it is.
Sitting all alone upon a train, thinking about how I'll rest my case. As of yesterday, I was forced to make a change. I had to go to get away, and now I am far away. Into my hiding place I've gone. Far away. Into my hideaway. It's easier for me to hide the pain. It's easier for me to take the reins. And before yesterday, I thought I knew my way, thought I was home, that I could stay, but I am far away. Into my hiding place I've gone. the pain.
And that was Far Away, Hideaway. You're right. The guitar solo at the end of that is really quite something. Who'd you say did it?
Oh, Sebastian.
Yeah.
I forget how to pronounce his last name. But he's currently the engineer at SLR, and he's a fantastic musician, and everything he does, it's awesome. So.
You know, I was going to tell you, after listening to all your music, one of the things you, on this album, there's one called Know This, My Dear. It's very soft. It's almost Neil Youngish, but you can sing. That was the difference. I thought he has such a Neil Youngish thing about this. And I hear there was something about Neil Young's soft music that is very, very special. And you have that. But I said to my husband, the difference is he can sing. Neil Young can't sing. When you have an audience, what do you enjoy about it? If you know, you're a shy-ish kind of person, do you ever really enjoy that audience?
Oh, absolutely. Just my nerves will get me sometimes, but I really do love sharing my songs because they mean a lot to me, and anybody who cares to listen to them, like, I'm happy to do that, you know? So, I mean, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love it. So.
Right. How much time do you spend on music?
I used to spend hours and hours. What was nice about doing this album is I had the songs were written. I didn't have to overthink it or anything. I just one song at a time. And I've been focusing on my family mostly. So, you know, I haven't even played live shows in several years. Some one-offs, like I'll do like a coffee house at the Bank Theater when they have I've done stuff like nice. That. But that's about it. I'm still not sure how heavily I'll get back into it or not. Mm-hmm. I'm not concerned about that. I want to follow what my heart tells me, you know. To me, accolades are great, but not if it takes away from what it's important in life, you know. So
do you have kids?
Yes, I have 2 boys. Yeah, my oldest he's 18 and he's becoming a mechanic, just like his grandfather. Oh, wow. And my dad's a mechanic. So I got a kick out of seeing that happen.
I bet. Yeah. Well, they certainly, from what my mechanic tells me, they really need mechanics. Yeah. So he'll always have a job.
Yeah, I had no idea he would be taking that turn. So I really enjoyed watching that happen.
Yeah.
So, but that's.
Is he musical?
No, neither. My youngest son, he seems to take interest, but he doesn't. He just never got into it, and I don't believe in pushing something.
What do they think about Dad being, you know, a recording star?
I'm just Dad. They just know me. I play songs, but it's not really that identity isn't at home. Yeah. So yeah.
So do you see yourself working on another album soon?
I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of just I'm waiting for, you know, the right moment. I'm just kind of allowing the decision to come to me at this point. Yeah. I don't know what that is yet. For me too, it's like kind of leaning more on a spiritual journey right now too. And the first album was kind of like my struggle getting there. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a Christian album one day. I don't know.
Well, if you do, you know where to come. Because we'd love to talk to you and listen to some of that music. Well, I wish you all the best and congratulations. The work that you've done is really very good and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, it's all music and fun until the clock runs out. And that's all the time we have on the show today. Special thanks to our guest, William Hawksworth. Check out his new album, Chip Away at the Stone. Many thanks to our Scribes and Songsters team, producer Brad Sweet and technical producer and editor Gary Glass. Grateful thanks to Tony Toldo and the Toldo Foundation and to Neil and Tina Queering for their support. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon, right back here on Scribes and Songsters. I'm Veronique Mandel. Bye for now.